Hey everybody, it's Karyn Bryant for MMA H.E.A.T. Of course, I'm talking with Rafael Dos Anjos, who is a former UFC champion, who is taking on another former UFC champion at UFC On FOX up in Winnipeg. Of course, you're taking on Robbie Lawler. Rafael, this is a wonderful fight. I really like this matchup. Do you assume that with a win, you'd get a title shot?
Yeah, that was I was hoping for, and I think Dana White said in one of his interviews that the winner should fight for the title. So that's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah. Well, so here's the thing. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves here because Robbie Lawler is an incredibly dangerous guy. Where do you think you have the best chance of beating him?
Yeah, I think he's a great fighter. He hits very hard, heavy-handed, and big heart. But I just feel that I am on my moment right now. And he had his moment, he has his time, but I feel that I am on my time right now, and I feel in great shape. This new division gave me a new boost on my career, on my life, and in all aspects, not only on the fight, the fight life, but everything else. And I just feel great. I feel that I have what it takes to beat him.
So let's talk about that, because obviously you were a champion at 155 pounds, and I know, I remember that time you came to see us at UFC on Fox, and you were coming off your injury, so you were a little bit big, but you were saying it's really, really hard for you. It was really hard for you at the end to get to 155. So how long had you thought about leaving that division before you actually did?
Yeah, I think right after I did my first title defense against Donald Cerrone, I had some plans already to move up, and I was like, even I was at that point, Robbie Lawler, he was also the champion at the welterweight, so I was trying to set up some fight with him, and going up, that was my plan, but the Conor fight came up. And so then I broke my foot, I got hurt, and I feel that I still have to, to be on that division, even like I was thinking about going up, but I feel I cannot leave the division like that. I wanna do another title defense, but things didn't went well, and everything happened for a reason. I was having a hard time against Eddie Alvarez, congratulations to him, but on that fight, I shouldn't fight that fight. I was I passed out 3 times. I was completely out of my shape. I wasn't there, I couldn't break my sweat on the locker room before that fight. So, but it is what it is. I think everything happened for a reason. I thought about start thinking about move up.
Yes, so now with that night though against Eddie Alvarez, if you're saying you can't break a sweat in the locker room, just your body just wasn't functioning right that night, you were just not in balance?
Yeah, that something was wrong. I was just feeling dry, it was something different. And once I got clicked with that punch, and I got hit before harder than that. Yeah. But I was seeing everything. I was able to see everything that was happening, but I just I lost my legs. I couldn't move my legs, and even when the referee come and they asked me, he asked me some question, and I was able to answer. I knew that they stopped the fight, and I was just I wasn't there. My mind.
Yeah, you broke up there a little bit, but at the end, I'm getting the idea that it just wasn't there for you that night. I know a lot of people also thought it partly wasn't there a switch in camp for that one, or you switched right after that one?
Yeah, after that one against Ferguson.
Right. So, and now you've got obviously everything's working for you. You've got a couple of wins in a row for you. So you're working a lot with Jason Parillo. By the way, I am going to ask you about Conor, so just hold that thought. But you're working with Jason Parillo, who we know is a great boxing coach. So is that where you feel like you need to concentrate is on stand-up, since you are facing somebody as heavy-handed and dangerous as Robbie?
Sure, I'm training everything, but I knew that I was training a lot of Muay Thai, and I feel that I need to give some focus to my hands. And I feel that it's different than we train only just boxing.
Yeah.
And I feel like I met Jason Parillo. Is such a nice guy, and we have a good connection. But I'm still doing my Muay Thai with Eduardo Pamplona. He was the very first guy when I moved to California that I was training with. He was on my corner for a couple fights for Anthony Giocoani and Kamal Charlotto's fight.
Nice.
But he had to move to Brazil. But he's back now, and I'm training with him, with Jason, and I train my wrestling with Bubba Jenkins and with Felipe de la Monica. So I'm still training everything, but like, of course, Robbie is a hard guy to take down, but I gotta be able to be ready to fight stand up too.
So I want to talk about what's going on with the division. You had tweeted out basically congratulating Georges St-Pierre for vacating the belt at 185. There's people aren't sure if he's ever going to fight again at all, but if so, he would come down to 170 again where he was. But why were you so in favor of what George did there?
Yeah, I think like he knew like that he's not gonna defend the title, right? He knew that. So a lot of guys, they trying to just hold the name of the champion, but they have no plans to defend the title anytime soon. And then you lock up the whole division. And a lot of guys, a lot of competitors that are there waiting, training hard every day to be a champion. You're just like crushing their dreams. You're just holding that. But I'm glad George did that, because like on his mind, he thought, hey, I'm sick. I'm not gonna be able to defend anytime soon. So I'm not planning to defend. He just being honest with everybody, And a lot of guys, they just like moving. They win the belt and they move up division, and they don't want to defend the belt anymore. So I think these kind of things, they just lock up the division, and it's not good for anybody.
No, it's not. It's not good for anybody, and I know that does obviously lead us to part of the Conor conversation there, because Tony is an interim champion now at 155 degrees. I know people got frustrated with that, but how much are you frustrated that you never did get to fight Conor?
No, I didn't go frustrated. I think everything happened for a reason, and I have 36 professional fights, and I never got hurt before fights, and that was the very first time. And I think God has a plan, and I wasn't, that wasn't the time to fight Conor right there. I think this fight still can happen in the future. I still think that fight can happen. Of course, I'm on my way for that welterweight belt, and I'm sure when I have that belt around my waist, he's on he don't have any plans to defend his lightweight title. He's gonna come after it, and that's my plan. So I think that could happen too. Maybe George come down to 170 again. So, but like if I get past Robbie, which I think I will, but I'm not got frustrated at all. I just think my life's in the hands of the Lord, and He knows the best for me. And that was what He wants. Like, let's see how things going.
Well, that's great to have that much faith. I think that's wonderful. And when you are talking about your division, Tyron had mentioned vacating the welterweight title to go up and meet George at 185. And, I understand why people are pursuing what, we call money fights. But how do you feel about that? You are a prize fighter, Rafael, and, you're in the business to make the money. So how do you feel about people who take that decision, and maybe the fact that Tyron would have even left the welterweight strap?
Yeah, like if he leaves, I'm there to take it.
I bet
if
you
he
are.
doesn't care for the belt, for his belt, I care. So, but I think people gotta, people have bills to pay. It's a hard career. Have a short amount of time to make money, and people gotta do whatever they think like it's good for them. If he thinks like leaving his belt and go up a way to fight George, if he thinks that makes sense for him, good for him. But But I think like maybe George will come to 1-7 eventually. But to if they think that makes sense and it's a way to make more money, it's good. Like I said, it's a short career, a hard career, and gotta have a short time to make that money.
Well, when you talk about the length of careers, right now, Amanda, I believe, is the only Brazilian champ, right?
Yeah.
And so, we have our guys like Anderson, like Vitor, like Jose Aldo, there could be, you could say there's a changing of the guard, and a lot of the heroes that Brazil has had are getting older and are, not going to be fighting that much longer. Do you feel that, like, not responsibility, but you know what I mean? How much do you fight for yourself and how much do you fight for Brazil as well?
Yeah, sure. I fight for myself. I fight for my family. I represent my country too. But I don't feel any kind of pressure at all. I think I did what I had to do at lightweight. I became the first Brazilian lightweight champion, and I feel, I know that I will get that welterweight too. I have that feeling, and I move up. I'm feeling so much better right now. And I even got offered to fight for the title when Damian couldn't make it. And really? Against Tyron, like a week after my fight in Singapore, I got a call from Son Shelby. I didn't say anything to the media. He was the first guy to say that. I kept it for me. But they called me, and I was training. I was ready. I was like on weight. I say, if Damian Maia pulls out in a week of the fight, I will make that weight. I will fight Tyron. And I was ready to it. And since the fight happened, I called Sean. I said, Sean, I want to fight. I don't want to, I'm in shape. Yeah. And then he got me a fight with Neil Magny in Canada. Right. And that was a good fight for me. And now I'm fighting Robbie. And I believe the winner will fight for the title.
Well, that would have been an incredible opportunity to get in there and Tyron. Not that I love Damian, so I'm glad that he did get his chance. He worked so hard for that chance, and he deserved that chance. It actually would have been heartbreaking if after everything that he went through, if he didn't make it to the fight.
You're sure. Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, so the title fight coming up, it could mean a lot for you, like you said. To be a 2-division champion would be just a wonderful thing. Is that, when you started out, what were your goals? I mean, a lot of people say, I want to be a champion. It's realistic or it's not realistic. How many goals did you set, and how close are you to sort of checking off all those boxes?
Yeah, I had a goal to become lightweight champion, and I did it. I defended my title once, like I planned, and I lost later on, but like, since I move up, I wanna be champion on that division too, and I feel that I'm getting really close to get it. And like I said, Robbie, he's a great fighter. He's he's a warrior. He's been in a lot of wars, and I just feel that it's my time. I feel that all these guys, they could be better than me. They are better than me, but on fight night, I'm better than them. I just feel that. Like when I get there with my mind on right place, if I'm doing things right in life, when I go there and with the right people around me, I will get that win for sure.
So how would you beat Tyron then? Because we've seen, Wonder Boy have 2 chances at it. He's obviously a specialist, if you will. Damian also kind of more of a specialist. When you look at Tyron's style, you saw what he did to Robbie. They waited for, they kind of went around for 2.5 minutes or so before striking. So how do you beat Tyron? He's somebody who's very, very powerful, very explosive, also can wrestle. I mean, when you look at him, it's hard to find a lot of holes in his game.
Yeah, I think the way is push the pace, bring. I am the one that's gonna push the pace. I'm not gonna let him explode like when he wants. I'm gonna make him work. We're gonna fight. And against Wonder Boy, he was worried only about striking. Against Damian Maia, he was worried only about getting taken down. With me, he gotta work about everything. I'm gonna kick him hard. I'm gonna punch him hard. I'm gonna wrestle him. And I'm going to push my pace. And I'm sure he's not going to be able to handle it.
Nice. Well, the other day I was talking to Ricardo Lamas, who is also on the card. I will be going up to Winnipeg as well. And Rafael, I just want to let you know that it's going to be a high of 7 degrees. I think only 7 degrees, and that's Fahrenheit. It's going to be very cold.
It cuts off a little bit. Can you remake the question, please?
Yeah, no, I'm saying it's going to be incredibly cold up there in Canada. I'm going as well, and it's going to be like 7 degrees Fahrenheit. So I hope you're prepared.
Yeah, the good thing that most of the things that we're gonna do gonna be indoor, right? So that's a good thing. I'm bringing my food. I don't want to go outside to do nothing.
No, I never think about it when you guys are trying to cut weight. You know, it's nice when you're in a warm place and you can go outside. But please don't go outside. Your sweat would freeze. We'd lose you. I don't want to lose you.
I would do just like I did in Edmonton. Edmonton, I think I stepped outside of the hotel one time. I stayed the whole time inside my room.
Yeah, I think I'll do the same. Yeah, I don't like to be cold at all. But I tell you what, we keep using the line, it's going to be cold out, but I know your fight is going to be so hot, so great. It's the main event on Fox. It's a wonderful opportunity, too, for people when it's on free TV to see you guys do your thing. So I just wish you the best of luck, and I hope you have a great fight.
Sorry, can I say it again? Cut off a little bit.
I just hope you have a great fight. When you fight on Fox, it's free, and a lot of different people can watch you. So it's always a great opportunity.
Yeah, yes. It's so good to fight on free TV, like on Fox especially. You get so many people to see you. Mm-hmm. A lot of people that not only like through MMA fans, they became fans because they watch on Fox too, mm-hmm. And that's a good opportunity for me and to put on a great show, and I'm so excited for that.
Awesome. Well, I will see you up in Canada. Safe travels to you, and thanks so much for the time today, Rafael.
Thank you for having me. See you there.
Ciao.